Classic rock album reviews coming right at you.
SHMACKEMAGOB people, it's time another one of these classic rock album shows I do. And this time I'm doing Just a Game from Triumph. This is my favorite Triumph album. Maybe Timeline's Everything. Most people would say Allied Forces, and I don't blame them. This is an exceptional killer album. My second favorite. But I love this album. This album, did a little research, and there's not much online, and it says this album is designed to tell a story of every song on the album, and I can't find anything, you know, about American Girls or, you know, Young Enough to Cry. This Little Club is probably Suitcase Blues. And in the inside, later pressings didn't have this, but this is like probably the original pressing because I bought this back in the day. Has a board game, and I think it was Rick Emmett's idea to do this, to put a board game here, and Mike Levine, the bass player, designed it that nobody can win. So if you have this, don't try to play this. It's a trap. But anyway, let's get into this album. I absolutely love this album. I love every song off it. Starts off with Moving On with kind of like a fake audience noise, and the cowbell kicks it in. Gilmore, great singer, great heart rocking song. I think it's awesome. I love that tune. Late on the Line is the next one. That's the most popular one on this album. The hit. And Rick Emmett, man, what an underrated genius that guy is. The way he plays, and I love his voice, and the song is just straightforward, like, lay on the line, girl. Don't waste my precious time. It's just awesome. And early MTV used to show the hell out of that video. And there was also a video for Moving On and Hold On. I'll get into that later. But Late on the Line, I would say my second favorite on here. My favorite on here may be surprising to most of you. Young Enough to Cry, very blues-based, longest track, right? On here? No, it's not the longest track. It's tied for the second longest track on here. Young Enough to Cry. My brother loves that song, man. It's a blues song, and Rick really goes off on the guitar, and Gil like pours out his emotions, and it's just a great hard rock and blues tune. Absolutely love it. Then side one ends with American Girls, a fun, happy, good time rockin' tune about digging American chicks, man. Lyrics are a little cornball though. I went to see her family and take her hand and stuff like that. But I overlook it because the song rocks. It's a rockin' tune. That's only side one. Side one kicks ass. Now we flip it over, and it starts with the title track. So many layers on this song. So many guitar layers, and it's just beautifully constructed. Kind of proggy in a way. Rick Emmett sounds great. I just love all that guitar is going on, and you know, the slide guitar he does, and the acoustic, and it's just layers and layers of guitars, and the song is just beautiful. It's just a beautiful song. It's the longest on here, 6 minutes and 10 seconds. Absolutely love it. Just a Game is an exceptional track. Then, I don't know if they ever would play that one live, because I don't know if you could recreate that live unless you get 10 guitar players on stage. Next one is Fantasy Serenade, which is 1 minute 40 seconds of, you know, a little acoustic guitar, which Rick would do on most of the albums, a little, you know, little guitar piece, and it's great, it's beautiful. And I remember seeing this tour, and he played it along with, you know, a lot of the other acoustic little things that he did on, like the one on this album, Allied Forces, and I don't know, did he do one on Progressive Power? I can't remember. Maybe he did. And he combined them all together, and just phenomenal. Then it goes into Hold On. Hold On. I remember hearing this song as a kid on the radio. It might have been that song or Late on the Line. One of the two made me go out and buy this. I know one of those two struck me. I got to go buy it. Hold On is a beautiful song. It goes through some changes. It even goes into a little disco-ness toward the end, which is really cool. I dig it, you know, it's like disco rock. And the video, though, the video is very edited. It goes, like, the video starts right when the song gets heavy, but it starts very mellow, and It's just a beautifully lush tune. Hold On is beautiful, I would say an epic. Along with Just a Game. It's like the two epic tracks on this album are back to back with a little guitar, acoustic guitar, instrumental in between. Now the last track is my favorite track. And it's not heavy, it's to me, listening to Suitcase Blues, it sounds like, to me it sounds like, you know, you go into a smoky little lounge and there's just a guy in the corner playing his acoustic, and it's just, it's gorgeous. You know, it talks about being on the road. Just love the way he delivers that song. You know, Rick Emmett's done a lot of acoustic performances after he left Triumph, and there's a lot of footage of him playing this acoustically, you know, in a, you know, a restaurant, bar type place, and he nails it, man. And I'm talking about recent footage, and it's not really easy to sing that song, man. I mean, some of it's easy, but then when he goes, you know, gets that real high note part, that's difficult, man. Because I sing along a lot. Every time Suitcase Blues comes on, I sing to it. And I sing it good until it gets to that part, and then I really suck. But that is my favorite track on this album, Suitcase Blues. Gorgeous, gorgeous song. Probably Triumph never played that live. Because it's not a hard rock song. It's very mellow, and it's got this really cool lounge act type vibe to it. It's just beautiful, and it's a beautiful album from beginning to end. I love every song on this album, probably why it's my favorite, but you know, it is my first Triumph album, the first one I ever bought. Wore the hell out of it. Now that I think about it, this ain't the one I bought back in the day. It's too nice looking. I must have bought it again, because I remember wearing this album out and it wouldn't look like this if I wore it out, so I must have found it again. I must have 2 copies, but Lay It on the Line, I mean, Just a Game, awesome album, beautiful album, highly underrated band, and you know, a lot of people forget, man, how big they were in the 80s, man. I saw Triumph 3 times in arenas, packed arenas, and one of those shows, I think it was maybe the Sport of Kings, or one of the later ones, the last one I saw, had the most amazing laser show, that the laser had like a face talking, and then I remember seeing Motley Crue on Dr. Feelgood, and they had the same laser talking. It was like, hey, wait a second here. They were the ones to do it first. A lot of explosions. There was a lot of pyro at Triumph shows. They were a great live band, and it's a shame, man, in this world that we live in today, that there's not a demand for this incredible band to be still playing the big venues, man. But that's my... that's what I think of this album. It deserves a classic rock series. I did do a review for the Allied Forces album, but that one contains songs and music. You know, I put videos like that up once a month. So in the future, I don't know what episode it is, I have a review for this one. This is my classic rock series where there's no way they're going to hit me with copyright bullshit. So, hey, I hope you all dig this. If you all know this album, put down below what would be your favorite song. I bet it's not Suitcase Blues. Bet it's Lay on the Line for most of you, which I wouldn't blame you. Probably my second favorite track on here. That is Just a Game. They're just so all awesome. But anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I dig that. And hey, I have a PayPal in the description below if you'd like to donate. Have a good one, everybody. SHMACKEMAGOB. For those that use social media, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and you can join the Almost Human 56 Facebook page. All links are in the description below. A lot of you been asking for it. SHMACKEMAGOB merch. Yes, many types of shirts, long sleeves, short sleeves, hoodies, you name it. Plus other stuff like shower curtains and bedspreads and mugs and socks and clocks, and oh, I can go on. But why should I? The link is below. Just click the link below in the description for all the SHMACKEMAGOB merch. Order yours now. SHMACKEMAGOB. Hey, check out my podcast, The VIERA Vault, on Spreaker, YouTube, and iTunes. Subscribe. The links are below.
Looking for some new podcasts to listen to? Well, Rat Salad Review Network has plenty of shows to choose from. Like Rat Salad Review, where they discuss the latest rock and metal news, as well as interviews and albums. Album vs. Album, the King Diamond Podcast, with Wayne Noon, Greg Norgal, and sometimes this guy.
SHMACKEMAGOB!
Ralph VIERA is also on our network with the VIERA Vault. There's also Old Man Metal's Musings, where he discusses heavy metal and beer. Music is Life with Lou Mavs. The Right Opinion for those who love politics. A South Park podcast called Suck My Balls. The Infinite Fringe, a watch-along wrestling show called Beyond Bushido. Ex-Stradivarius guitarist, the Timo Tolkki podcast. And the Great Harry Barnett with I Don't Even Like Podcasts. So check out ratsaladreview.com or search Rat Salad Review on YouTube, Podbean, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and more.